do we know?
Because it says.
It says it's normally distributed, right? Okay, are we cool? Knowing what I know, and we're pulling a random sample, right? Are we going to maintain it as a normal? And why? Because what? It was originally a normal. And my random sample has what? How many? Which is greater than? It's gonna maintain a normal, right? So the first thing I'm gonna have you write down is write down the population sample. Write down the mean and the variance for me. That's the first thing I want you to do. What is the mean of this? Yeah, it stays the same. Your mean stays the same. It doesn't change. All right? Okay, now that we know that, what is the variance of the sample? This is a population sample that we're talking about. 22 squared divided by 40. So it's the same standard deviation we had, except for because it's a population of that, it's a grouping of that, we have to divide by how many total. So this is the first thing you're gonna do, step one. They actually just declare that X bar is the mean of the cucumbers, or something like that. The mean mass of the cucumbers, sorry. If you, yeah. Okay, are we cool so far? All right, the next thing we're gonna do is I want you to tell me what each of those are. Don't say it out loud, try to write it down, and then we'll come back together. I need to know what is it they're telling me about the mean, and then what are they trying for me to look for in the mean. This group of stuff. It is equal to 310. Okay, so the next thing is, are they trying to show a change or not? So yes, if change, then that talks about what kind of change. Is it an increase, is it a decrease, or is it just different?
It's an increase.
It's an increase, and how do we know that?
Because it says it increases the mass.
It increases. So my alternative is greater than that. Does that make sense? Okay, we are going to have a one-tailed test. Okay, and what is my significance level that we're looking at the end? 5%. I think I would write that down as a 5% significance level. Just so I have it, I know it's there. So now I'm gonna crunch my numbers, right? I am going to figure out, I'm gonna crunch my numbers. What are we comparing it against here? What's the new mass supposed to be? 316, right? So we're looking to see, we're looking to see that the probability is that X is going to be greater than the 316. That new mean, right?
Just greater than?
Yeah, either way, it doesn't change anything. Okay, so now we have to use our z-score test because it's a normal, so we're gonna do our z-score. So set me up, what's my z-score? Can somebody tell me what to write? 316 minus, good, divided by 22 squared over 40 square root of it? Because it's a standard deviation, right? And that's the variance. Okay, crunch those numbers for me. 1.725. Is that what everybody's getting? Yeah.
For A, I believe I got like 72.
So we're looking at, if I thought about it this way, my mean is 310, right? and we're looking at 316 that is greater than. Does that make sense? So we're looking for the little piece of it.
Why are we doing one minus?
Huh?
Why are we doing 1 minus the z-score?
So that's what I'm asking. What is the little piece up top?
I thought you have to find the percentage.
Yes.
Oh, I need the, yeah, give me the percent. 0.042, yeah. So it's 1 minus, what is the z-score of 1.725? Whatever that.
0.957.
Say it again.
0.9577.
That's what I was looking for. And so it's 0.04. Okay, are we all getting that? Are we cool there? So what are we comparing 0.0423 to? 5%. So basically, 4.23% is going to be less than 5%. Do you agree? So tell me, if my answer that I came up with is less than my significance level, my critical value, what do I get for, what am I gonna do? Reject the null, right? Yeah.
Why is it less than?
Why is this less than this? Is that what you're asking?
Why are we using a less than sign?
We're just showing that this right here is 4.23%. Compare that to 5%. Tell me about 4.23 compared to 5%. It's less than, right? So, I mean, you can write it in words if you feel better about that. Either way, it just, yeah. So, because it is indeed in this piece here, we're gonna reject the null. Right? So we're rejecting it. So tell me, what are you gonna say? There is evidence to support what?
I'm just gonna the whole page, just do that like fast.
That they did increase.
I'm
Yeah.
getting into the actual equation.
So just write that out. There is evidence that the masses did increase, right? And how do we know that we're looking for it to increase? Because from the very beginning, my null hypothesis said it did increase, it got bigger. So you're just restating what that was. What do you guys think? Good? No? Yeah? Okay. Let me give you another. Just try without me. Yeah.
When we write out like the sentence thing, do we need to state that we reject the null?
Yeah, I should have written that down. Reject the null.
Yeah,
Yes,
so we
I
put it
should.
before and then.
I would, yes, yeah. Sorry. I should have said that.
I just.
No, you wanna have it written down, I just didn't. Maybe I verbalized it and I thought I said it, I don't know. That's a possibility in my brain. So I'm gonna give you one to try without me, is that okay?
Yep.
He tries, he really does try.
I'll come back to this one. Okay, let me- Okay, in Europe, the diameters of women's rings.
When did you back? Late Saturday, so I just had yesterday, and then I went to church school Sunday yesterday for Easter and helping out.
Hello.
Yes.
18.5.
Like, give me a word, give me words. Diameter.
I'm joking.
Of women's rings.
Europe.
Albert, what is yours?
The mean diameter. Okay. Tell me about my normal.
18.5
18.5
and 1.1 squared over 20.
and
1.1 squared over 20.
over how many?
20.
20. Thank Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we're using court.
Okay, what is my null? How, what's my alternative?
Less than.
It's gonna be less than? Are we cool so far? Okay, can we go about finding the z-score, the probability that x is less than 18.5? What is it they're looking for, 18.1, right? Alright, so what do we got? 18.1 minus 18.5 divided by square root of 1.1 squared. Oh, the 2 came too fast. 1.1 squared divided by 20. Okay, after all your number crunching, what do we get for our number? Like when all is said and done. 0.0152, is that what everybody got? 5.2%. So when all is said and done, 5.2%. Does everybody get that for their answer? So compare that to your significance level, which is 2.5. So if we compare it to 2.5, do you agree it's larger than 2.5%? Okay, so talk to me a little bit about that. If this guy is bigger than my significance level that we're looking at, that means it falls in here, right? So that means, what is my conclusion? Well, first of all, do we accept or reject? We're not supposed to say accept, but however you want to call it. What are we accepting? We're accepting the null, right? In other words, we're rejecting the alternative. I guess that's the way to say it. Reject the alternative. And what's my conclusion? There's no evidence, always say that. What is there no evidence about? That there was smaller ring size, right?
Oh.
What do you think? Is it coming back or not?